Hey, good morning. Welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. How are you? I have been excited all morning long. Why? Because I'm back from vacation and I've gotten things settled and I get to be with you. So I'm hoping that you guys remember me. I know it's been a couple of weeks. And I had a lot of, not a lot, I had a few people say that they're gonna have to watch the replay because they have appointments or they're helping someone else. And so I understand that completely, and I'm so grateful for replays. Now remember that, hi, somebody's here. I don't see, oh, it's Janelle. Hey, hi, how are you? I was just gonna say, I don't see a name, but then her name popped up. Welcome, 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 my friends. It's so nice to see your names. And then I just picture your beautiful little faces when I see your names. Anyway, I'm back from Chicago. My husband picked this trip for both of us. Oh, it's 9:30. I was going to tell you all about my trip. Somebody else is here. Tell me hi, welcome. I kind of feel like the door just opened to my shop and you're walking in, and so I want to know who you are. Hello, hello, welcome. I was going to tell you all about my trip, but I'll make it real short. It was wonderful. Ken planned everything and spoiled it. Spoiled be rotten. And we just had a great time. It was a little chilly. Hey, Nancy, thank you for telling me you're here. And the food was amazing. The people were the best. I just loved, hey, Roz. I just loved the people in Chicago. Everybody was so friendly. We went to a Giants game. That was amazing. We won. We made a new friends, a couple that we met at breakfast one day at a restaurant we were at, and we've been friends ever since. So that's amazing. Her name is Anita and his name is Paul. And they are Cubs fans. We're Giants fans, but that didn't matter. Everybody was super, super friendly. They went to a game that we didn't go to. I wish we would have met them at the beginning of our trip. We met them like halfway through, but we have vowed to stay in connection with each other. And so, I love making new friends. Hi, Melody. Oh, you love Chicago too, Roz? Yes, it is beautiful. It was windy, but it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, lots of history. I loved all of that. So now we have to talk about stamping. I am ready to get back into my work, and I'm using the cute little set called Poppin by. It's an online exclusive, but I'm going to give you the code so you don't have to search for it if you fall in love with it like I did. Oh, something just popped up. I hope it doesn't interfere with my camera, with you guys. Let me get rid of it. Huh, that was weird. That's never happened before. So anyway, hi, Nancy again. So let's turn down and get started here. Turn you down. Now, I'm going to be a little rusty. I'm positive of it. Hey, Jerry. Welcome, my friend. So bear with me. Okay, yeah, everything's happening. Alexa's yelling at me and I'm having to, okay, now this is the zoom in part that, oh, it worked pretty good. Okay. That usually gives me problems. For those of you who are new, I want to welcome you. And for those of you who are here all the time, thank you for being here. I appreciate every one of you. My name is Beverlee Morales, and I live in Tracy, California. Hey, Barbara, so nice to see your name. You can shop with me if you like what you see right here at my website, beverleestamps.stampinup.net. And I also have a YouTube channel, which is very important for you to know because Facebook only holds our videos now for 30 days and then they're gone. So I put them on YouTube and they're there always. My YouTube channel is my name, but if you can't find it easily, add Stampin' Up behind my name and then it'll pop right up. if you have any questions for me now, in the future, whatever, just email me. That's the fastest way to get a hold of me. I see emails, I check them constantly, so you can get a hold of me there, and I can answer you there, especially if I need your address or something like that. Okie dokie. So far, so good. Let's talk about this little stamp set. Let me see. It's called Poppin' By. And it is all about popcorn. Popping in to say hello. No one's better than you. Enjoy and pop. I really like that pop right there because that's what we call my dad-in-law, and we call him Pop. So this is going to be used a lot when I make cards for him, I'm sure. So I think this is the cutest darn set ever. Hi Carol, I've seen a couple of samples with other demonstrators have made. They were adorable. And you guys know that I try my best not to copy anybody or anything I've seen. I try to come up with original ideas for you. So that's what I've done here. This is a bundle. You can also get the dies that coordinate. And what is the code for this cute bundle? You might want to snapshot that if you're on your phone, or you might want to have a pad and a pen next to you to write down these numbers. And this little bundle is $34. 165489 is the number. Now, you know another thing I like. If you've been following me any amount of time, you know that I also like to use past items that I've used in other lives previously, so I can show you how versatile and how things can mix and match. So I also used the Painted Stripes background stamp, and there is its code right there, 165437. See why it's good to have a pen and paper with you if you don't take snapshots, because you can write them down. You don't have to look them up later, and you're ready to go. Then I also combined it with Grow with Love bundle. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful set. And here is the Grow with Love bundle code and the price. $56.50, and the code is 164804. Okay, so those are the stamps and dies. I also use the mini corrugated embossing folder. Hi, Sharon, and there is the code there, 165559. And it's online exclusive as well. Some of the black and cream checked ribbon. There's its code. Sometimes I move them too fast and you didn't get a chance to write down the code, so I'm going to try to slow down, but you can always ask me. I'm going to use a little, hi Cookie, a blending brush, and there is the code there. Here are some inks I'm using. So this is a brand new one, Darling Duckling. It is new in color. There's the code. Real red. There is the code. And Memento Black. Ignore the page, but the code's the same. Okay. Now in the Grown with Love, I'm using this die here. Remember the one that made the little envelope? That's the one I'm using. And then I'm using the popcorn dies. Oh, I meant to cut a bunch of these out in advance, and I forgot to do that. Shoot. I thought I was all set up and ready to go. Hi, Grace. I'm going to use the popcorn dice here. I took this one out. It's the little movie theater film strip one, but I'm not using that. Oh, that's one cut out. I had one left. Okay, so I'm trying to get organized now that I have to remember to cut those all out. I'm using thick white cardstock, and here is the number, 159229. And then I'm using Darling Duckling cardstock for the card base, basic black card for the layer piece, And then I already mentioned the white. Okay, so let's start with the card base. And all our tools that we need as a stamper, which are our paper trimmer, our adhesives, all those things. So here's my paper trimmer, and there's the code. And I'm going to put the end of my, this is a piece of cardstock that was 8.5 by 11, but I cut it down the middle at 4 1/4. And now I'm going to turn it to 5 1/2. And I'm going to score. Okay. My little scoring doohickey, scoring blade, keeps popping out of this trimmer. Okay, now I'm going to fold that over and take my bone folder, which is another typical tool that you need if you are going to stamp. And there is our card base. Then I'm going to take my black, and this is cut by 4, but not cut down to 4 by 5 1/4 yet. So I'm sorry. There we go. Cut down by 4 to 4 wide and 5 1/4 long. So 4 by 5 1/4. I probably just confused you. 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. We are going to take my cut and emboss machine. I'm going to show you the card right now, I promise. And I'm going to place the black piece of cardstock into the corrugated folder. And I want my stripes to go up and down, so I'm going to place my cardstock in this way so they do that. I got to make sure it's straight. And it wasn't, so I'm glad I checked. Okay, and then I'm putting the closed end of the folder in first. Getting my platform and running it through. Hey Marie, hi Grace. Okay. Now the other thing you guys know about me, I say it all the time. I like, let me see something. I like large images. And let's take a look at the stamp set again. See that beautiful corrugating? I love it. Let's take a look at the stamp set again while I'm talking about sizes of things. The stamp sets are, good size. Hi, Diane, but I like bigger. So the samples I've been seeing online were absolutely adorable. But I was wondering if I could make this absolutely adorable set a little bit bigger. I wanted to use the dies that have the individual large popcorns, these here. So instead of these little ones here for this little bag of popcorn. I don't know about you, but I eat a lot of popcorn. All right, so let me show you the card. I'm trying to back this out, so let's see if I can, because I'm a little close, but it's not letting me do it. Shoot, usually, let me see something else. Let me see if I could raise this a little bit. So let me know what you think about my sample. while I adjust my camera. Hi, Lynn. Welcome. Oh, come on. I wanted to be not so close. Let me see. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so hi, Patty. Thank you. So I've got a big bag of popcorn right here, just like something I would eat, right? But I thought this would be a cute card to put a gift card into the movies for someone. Hi, Mary Jo. So right in here, you can slip in your gift card with this little pocket. And it says, no one's better than you. Isn't that cute? But how do we make this big bag for our popcorn? Thanks, Michelle. I'm so glad you like it. Now, I love your comments. And the comments and the hearts and the thumbs up really help my algorithm. If you like what you see, then I'd love to have you let me know that in those 3 ways so I can help more people see my videos. Thanks so much in advance for that. So how did I make that great big bag for my popcorn? Remember I mentioned this die that comes with the Grow with Love bundle? That's what I did. So let me put this piece together so I don't have to worry about that anymore. It's all done. Okay, there's the base. Just get it centered and straight. Okay, and then I have this die cut out right here like that. So what did I do? I took a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock in white, so half of a card base, right? And I stamped the stripes on that in advance just to save a little bit of time, and then I cut it out with the die. You have this piece left over for your pocket. Okay, for the inside of the card. So now all you have to do is fold this up. And I'm going to use mini glue dots to keep it closed. Just because I don't have to wait for anything to dry. So let's put one there. And close it like that. And then let's put some on this flap. And close it like that. And I had a little blemish. I had something on my stamp, but that's okay. That's going to get covered up with the Enjoy anyway. All right, so then the top. My mother-in-law, years and years and years ago, probably 30 years ago, gave me, when she found out I was a crafter, she gave me a pair of pinking shears. And I wanted my popcorn bag to have a decorative edge. So I just grabbed those pinking shears that I keep on my desk at all times. And there is my bag for popcorn. That easy. All right. Now we have ribbon on our card. So we want to make sure we get that on there before we put it onto the card base, because then we would not be happy with ourselves. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this around. I measured 11 inches, I remember last night, because I said, Bev, you know, you have to start telling people how long the ribbon should be, because I usually just guesstimate. But it's nice for you to know. So this is 11 inches. Oh, I'm glad you love it, Marie. So glad. Marie is part of my downline ladies. So I'm really happy when my downline likes my work, so they can just copy it and use it for their customers and their personal use. Then I'm just tying a knot here. Okay. And then taking my ribbon snip. So maybe 10.5 is good enough, but I like to have enough so I can, you know, not struggle with my ribbon. So those little pieces there left over doesn't bother me. See, and I covered up the blemish with the ribbon. All right, so now I needed a little scrap of white cardstock. And the word enjoy comes in the stamp bundle. So I'm going to tap and get that some ink on there. This is just a little scrap piece of white. Use my shammy to clean off my stamp. And then cover this black back up so I don't get my fingers in it because I'm notorious for that. And then bring this right into my paper trimmer and cut off a little piece. Cut it off. Okay, I'm going to take a mini glue dot. Mini dimensional. And I'm going to place it in the corner here. Pull off the backing. And set that right there at the knot area. Okay, so now we can put our popcorn bag onto our card base. Now, let's stop. Hi, Shelley. Hi, Andrea. Let's stop right here. If we don't have the popcorn set yet, we could now fill this with flowers or whatever else you have, cookie stamps, whatever else you have that wants to go in a little bag, right? But we're talking about the popcorn poppin' by today, so we're going to do the popcorn. Now let me show you how to do that. Let's move these out of the way. I have the other half of my white cardstock here ready for me. And I have the popcorn. So there's 3 different popcorns and, well, let me see how I figured it out. There seem to be a large, a medium, and a small. So this one looked large to me, this one looked medium, and this one looks small. So I put the small and the medium like this, and then I lined it up. Yep, that's how it works. That's how it was easiest for me. And then I took some Post-it note because I want to cut these out all at once together. And I'll show you why in a second after I get them all together. And I want to do this 3 times. So I should do more paper saving here. The center dies make the popcorn detail. So I tried just cutting out just the popcorn without the detail, and it's just too plain for my taste. So I really love the centers in there. So I like to put them together like this with Post-it note paper and then set them on the cardstock. Let's get my machine. So now we're working with dies, and so we need to put platform 1, 2, and 3 on here to cut out any dies. We're going to put the paper down, and because I have put these dies together with Post-it note, now I don't have to struggle lining them up each time I go through my machine. So that will save you a lot of time. And there's 3 kernels. So that should go pretty quickly as well, because you can do 3 at a time. Hello, Sabrina. I think you're new here. Hi, Wanda. Welcome, my dear. See how easy that is to, now that one came out, so I have to look and get this one out. Little booger did not come out for me like the other one. So I have to pull it out and then put it back. And then set it down on my paper. Okay, so if they pop out, it'll even go faster. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. Okay, my sticky is, I need to get more Post-it note paper. Here, I have it right here on my desk, so these can stick better. This one is done. No more sticky on it. Okay, let's run that through again. So I apologize. I meant to cut out, 6 or so in advance and then just show you my little trick. But I forgot. I was telling Ken, wow, I'm done fast. Well, no wonder I'm done fast. I didn't finish everything I wanted to finish. Teach me to think, huh? Okay, so keep them together so you know which ones are which and you don't have to figure that part out again. Okay, so tape them together and then just put them on your paper. Tape them together. And I see another little something with that one that I think I'm going to use another time of year. I'm not going to spoil the surprise. Maybe you see it too. Maybe not. But that's what I'm here for, right? Part of my job is to get your creativity flowing. All right, so let's put those 3 through and let's see if we have enough. Yes, that's right, Patty. The outlined dies, if you stamp the popcorn, they cut those little faces out. I'll show you. I'm glad you said that because I didn't. So if you just want to stamp these little faces, the dies will cut them out too. The outline dies. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put these back into my magnetic bowl. Somebody asked me where I got my magnetic bowls. I get them at Harbor Freight. You can also get them on Amazon. But it sure helps. It's reduced losing dies because it holds on to them so good. Okay, so look at all this popcorn I've got right there. All right, so let's put this aside now. And I don't know about you, but I love buttered popcorn. So I have, let me test it. Make sure I don't have anything else on here. Yeah. I took my Darling Duckling new in color and I rubbed my brush into it. And I like it light, so I'm not re-inking yet, but if it gets too light, I will. And on the last one, I'll show you how you can ink this up real easy. See all the little detail? That's the inside die does that. If you don't have that inside die on there, you just have the plain popcorn. Now, the plain popcorn, another thing I saw with that is without the inside detail, little clouds. Yep, little clouds. So I always say light on the butter, but I get a little bit of butter when I go to the movies. And on this card, having a little bit of the Darling Duckling, just gives you more color. So now it's going to be darker, see that? So if you're heavy on the butter, there you go. All right. All right, now let's fill this guy up. All right, so what do we have to be careful of? We have to be careful that we don't go off the side or off the top of the card. So this one, I think I'm going to try to save it for the inside. This one is one I had already, so I'm going to butter that up. Okay, and then I'm going to use my mini glue dots again. And I wish I could put a mini glue dot on each one of those and then just set them down haphazardly, but I can't because I have to know where to place it. So this one I want to go up here, so I have to place the mini glue dot in a specific place in order to do that. So my mini glue dot goes here. And then I'm going to stick it to the bag, just like that. And then it gives it some dimension too. Then I'm going to take a mini dimensional, and I'm going to stick it to the front of this piece of popcorn and stick that one to that piece of popcorn. And that's all you do to build it. I'm going to put another one here in the corner with a dimensional. And I want to try to keep seeing my rickrack there. So I love that little look there. So this one, I'm just going to place them in the middle. Get it down deep so you don't have any sticky showing. And then what do we do for one behind? We do a mini dimensional. And stick that down. And then just keep building until you have it the way you'd like it. And I turn my popcorns around. Some of the round edges are at the top and some of the wavy ends are at the top because you just want to be different, you know, have popcorn is laying every which way when you have it in your bowl, right? Or in your bag. Oh gosh, so stinking cute. Yeah, what did I do? 3, 6, 9? I think I did 9. Anyway, you guys saw how many I did, and that's plenty. And I'm going to put one more because I have it. And that one is just a mini glue dot. So cute. Okay, so now we're going to take our green glue. The official name is multipurpose. And we're going to put glue on the back of the bag. And we're going to set that down, making sure that our popcorn does not go off the edge or over the top. And I've got it off to the right a little bit, just for some interest. Now that's going to pop because it's got glue that needs to dry, so I'm going to help it stay down with a couple of clips like that while I'm finishing the inside of the card. And this little piece is going to go on the inside. All right, so we need a piece of white, 4 by 5 1/4. And we need our black memento again, and we have our stamp that says, "No one's better than you." And I'm going to stamp that towards the top. There we go. And then we've got this little piece. Remember I said when I made the envelope, I had a piece left over of that cardstock. And I just used my pinking shears and cut the top off. And I wanted to show you how I got the stripes. So we're using the painted stripes background stamp, which I have found. This background stamp is probably one I've used more than any other background stamp ever. I just love stripes. So it's just right up my alley. I'm placing my Real Red ink right onto the stamp. And I think that little blemish I had on there the first time is gone. I don't see it, so I hope I'm right. Got a piece of scrap printer paper here on my desk at all times. And I'm just going to bend this a little bit so I can place it straight. Decide what stripes I want. Let it go. Place this right on top and rub. That's how I use all background stamps. It gives me much better image every time. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take my chamois and clean off my stamp. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Okay. Then I'm going to take my liner, the inside of my card, and just put glue on the edges. And this is where you can put cash, so someone can go to the movies, or a gift card to the movies. Oop, that's a little bit much right there. I need to take that off. Okay, I'm glad you're seeing this, because if you are a too much glue person, just to get a piece of scrap paper and remove all of that. That is way too much glue. I never do that. Never say never, because you just did it. And set this down. I'm usually very light-handed with my glue, but today I wasn't. So you just want a little pocket there. You can let your bone folder sit there and let everything dry like a little pocket, like it should. And then we're going to put one more piece of popcorn right there, just to make the inside as cute as the outside. Now come back and see me on Sunday. Sundays, I am live at 7 p.m. So that's Pacific time. So that would be 8 Mountain time, 9 Central time, and 10 Eastern time. And believe it or not, some of my Eastern girls stay up and watch me. I'm so blessed with those ladies. All right, this is nice and dry now. So let's open her up and place this inside the card, and we are done. So I don't know if you remember, or if you watched a couple of videos back, where I cut out a whole bunch of flowers using the dies, these here. And then you can put them in a little baggie and put them with your set. And when you're getting ready to make a card, you can have them all cut out already. Same with the popcorn. That way, you know, just when you have a scrap, this is a good idea. When you have a scrap of white cardstock left over, take these dies and use that scrap up, and then put those popcorns in your pack. And then when you go to make a card, they're ready for you. So I hope you enjoyed this card today. Hi, Becky. So now I want someone to win this card. I want to thank you for being here. So we're going to start. Let me write down a number. You know the me game, right? Look at my pen. Look at my pen. Oh, look at this pen. Don't go, because somebody's going to win this card. Isn't this a beautiful pen my friend Reiko made for me? Let me write down a number. I can't let you see what it is. All right. So when I say go, start typing in the word me. 1, 2, 3, go. And I wrote down a number, and the person that lands on that number is going to win. I'll mail you one of these cards. I don't see any me's yet. And you can type it in over and over and over again if you want to win this card. Nobody wants this card? Oh, there's one. Okay, keep doing it. Number 1, number 2, number 3, keep typing it in. Number 4, number 5, number 6, type it in some more, you guys. Keep going. Number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, number 12, Marie Costa. Marie, this card is for you. They're a little bit different. This is card number 1. This was my prototype. This is the one I just made, card number 2. Tell me which one you want, Marie, number 1 or number 2, and I will put it aside for you. And we'll get together and we'll give you that card. She lives here in my town. Marie Costa is the winner. Thank you guys for being here. I missed you. I missed you. Well, I had fun in Chicago. There's no place like home, right? Have a nice day. Bye-bye.